Hello, girls and boys. Welcome to Storytime Fun. We hope you enjoy it. Today's story is out of the Disney Princess Happily Ever After Stories book with tales of love and friendship. And today's story is out of the Walt Disney's Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs stories. This one's called The Mixed Up Morning. One bright sunny morning, Snow White was in the Seven Dwarfs' kitchen making breakfast. She stirred a big pot over the fire. Mmm, she said as she sniffed it. The porridge is done. Once I toast the bread, everything will be ready. Tweet, 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 the birds sang as Snow White sliced some bread. Oh, you want breakfast too, Snow White said with a laugh. She scooped up a handful of breadcrumbs, and one by one, the birds flew over and ate them out of her hand. When the birds had finished, Snow White ran to the stairs. Sleepy, dopey, sneezy, grumpy, Doc, bashful and happy, she called, breakfast is ready. The dwarfs yawned and stretched. Happy said, that toast smells wonderful. Well, I'm hungrier than anyone, Grumpy said with a grunt. So I'm going to wash first. No, said Doc, I want a full girst. I mean, go first. Grumpy and Doc both tugged at the wash bucket, but it flew out of their hands and across the room landed on Dopey's head. Yikes! The water poured all over him. He was soaked. Oops! Sorry, Dopey, Doc apologized. I told you I should go first, Grumpy shouted. What a mess! A little while later, Happy wandered over to the dresser. I need the comb, he announced. No, I do, Sneezy insisted. The two dwarfs both grabbed the comb and began to use it at the same time. Happy and Sneezy looked in the mirror. Their beards had gotten knotted together. Oh no, Sneezy exclaimed. Now what will we do? Cried Happy. As they tried to untangle themselves, Sneezy let loose a gigantic sneeze. Achoo! It was such a big sneeze that Happy flew across the room. Well, at last they were separated. The rest of the dwarfs rushed to the mirror, trying to get ready. You're in my way, Grumpy snapped at Sneezy. Let Sleepy. That's my hat, Sleepy told Bashful with a yawn. That's my jacket, Bashful said to Happy. What a mix-up, Happy remarked. A few moments later, Snow White called, Hurry, your breakfast is getting cold. The dwarfs raced to the stairs, each trying to be the first to get to the table. They bumped into each other and bounced all the way down the stairs. Whose foot is on my head? Sleepy asked. You're mitting on C, Doc mumbled. I mean, you're sitting on me. What a muddle, groaned Sneezy. The dwarfs scrambled into their seats. Sneezy and Happy reached for the milk at the same time. Grumpy and Doc both tried to spoon porridge into their bowls, and Dopey and Sleepy tugged at the same piece of toast. Miss is a thess. I mean, this is a mess, cried Doc. All the other dwarfs quieted down. It certainly is, Snow White agreed. See what happens when you don't take turns? Why don't you clean this mess up, and I'll get you some more breakfast. After the dwarfs straightened up, Snow White handed each of them a slice of bread with jam. Don't worry, she said. There's enough for everyone. They ate quietly and thanked Snow White. When the dwarfs had eaten, they gathered their things for work. They were headed to the diamond mines. Doc took his lantern, Grumpy hoisted his pickaxe, and Sleepy got his shovel. Happy picked up his hammer, while Dopey found a bucket. Sneezy got his rope, and Bashful grabbed some work gloves. All the dwarfs got to the front door at the same time. "Me first," grumbled Grumpy, shoving the others. "No, me first," said Happy. Snow White watched as the dwarfs tried to scramble through the door. Instead, they just got stuck. "Oh dear," Snow White said to herself. "I think I'd better say something." "Everyone can't fit through at once," she told the dwarfs. Dopey wriggled out of the doorway and sat down in the kitchen. The other dwarfs followed. "Look what happened this morning when you all tried to do everything at the same time," Snow White said. "Why don't you try it again, one at a time?" "That's a great idea," shouted Grumpy. "One at a time, but I'll go first." "Oh, no, you don't," said Sneezy. "I'll go first." "No, me," cried Happy. "Oh, dear," Snow White said, shaking her head. "Everyone can't always be first. You'll have to take turns." Grumpy mumbled, scratching his beard. "How do we do that?" "There are 7 days in a week, right?" Snow White said. "Well, yes," said Doc. "And there are 7 of you, right?" she asked. Dopey started to count, became confused, and started again. "Yes, there are 7 of us," Happy said. "So every week, each of you will have his own special day to be first," Snow White explained. "Here, Bashful," she said, handing him a basket filled with lunch. "Today is your day to be first." Bashful blushed. "Thanks," he said shyly. One by one, the dwarfs walked outside. Snow White waved goodbye as they happily marched off to work. The mixed-up morning had ended nicely after all. Yay! Well, that's it for today. We'll see you next time.